Banavasi is a small town in the Uttara Kannada district of Karnataka, located around 25 kilometers from Sirsi town. It is situated on the banks of river Varadha, a tributary of river Tungabhadra. Banavasi is one of the oldest towns in Karnataka. It was the capital of the Kadamba Dynasty, the first known indigenous Kannada dynasty that ruled from 345 AD to 540 AD. Located in Banavasi is the ancient Uma Madhukeshwara Temple that has a history of more than 1800 years. A simple temple structure may have existed here during the Chuttu dynasty period, before the Kadambas came to power in the 4th century AD. The Kadamba dynasty was established by Mayura Sharma, also known as Mayura Varma, in 345 AD with Banavasi as the capital. According to some sources, it was Mayura Sharma who commissioned the Uma Madhukeshwara Temple. Entry to the temple is through a pillared Mahadwara that is guarded by 2 ornate elephant statues. During the period of Kadambas, the Uma Madhukeshwara Temple in their capital city of Banavasi must have received major enhancements. After the period of Kadambas, the temple underwent several alterations and renovations by subsequent dynasties that ruled this region, mostly during the period of Western Chalukyas and later during the rule of Sonda Nayaks. Once inside the temple complex, you will see 2 Deepastambha pillars in the forecourt. Within the complex, there is a main temple for Madhukeshwara and several subsidiary shrines built during different periods. On the right of the main shrine, there is a Parvati temple, and on the left, there is a temple for Veerabhadrashvara. The main shrine has a square Garbhagriha with Madhukeshwara Linga. There are 2 subsidiary shrines for Mahishasuramardini and Ganesha. The original temple is said to have been built in dedication to Vishnu. However, the present-day main shrine is dedicated to Lord Shiva, and a lingam named Madhukeshwara Linga is present in the sanctum. Madhu means honey. The honey tint of the linga is said to be the reason for the temple's name. Another legend says that 2 Rakshasas, Madhu and Kaitaba, who stole the Vedas from Brahma, were killed by Vishnu in his Hayagriva avatar. Vishnu was named Madhusudana after killing Madhu. Madhukeshwar may be one of the names of Vishnu as he gave mukti to Madhu. There are 2 niches in the vestibule having sculptures of Kartikeya and Adi Madhava. According to some sources, this Adi Madhava may have been the original Vishnu idol that was in the sanctum during the Kadamba period. Inside the Navaranga of the temple, there is a stone structure called Triloka Mantapa that was donated by Sonda king Sadashiva Nayaka in the 16th century AD. It has many delicate carvings. The 3 levels of this Mantapa are said to indicate Patala Loka, Bhuloka and Sesha Loka. It contains statues of Shiva and Parvati in the middle. As per the Pujari of the temple, there are 5 identifiable Mandapas from inside out. These are the Garbha Mantapa, Sankalpa Mantapa, Sabha Mantapa, Nritya Mantapa and Nandi Mantapa. The inner Mantapa near the sanctum belongs to an older period and has pillars that are square shaped. This must have been the original extent of the temple that was built during the Kadamba period. At a later date, during the period of Chalukyas, the other halls in front were added. This circular platform with 4 Hoysala-style pillars around it is known as Nritya Mantapa or dance hall. The 4 late-turn pillars are very shiny and each of them create double reflections, one straight and one inverted, of the person dancing on the circular platform. The Nandi in the front hall is around 7.5 feet in height and carved from a single stone. You will notice that its head is tilted to the right. Its left eye is facing the Shiva Linga in the sanctum, while its right eye is turned towards the Parvati idol in the neighboring shrine on the right side. If you stand near the Parvati temple sanctum and look towards the Nandi, you will see that the right eye of the Nandi is looking at the Parvati idol unobstructed by the pillars. You can notice a difference between the old section and the new section of the temple, even in the exterior carvings. The carvings on the back wall and the behind sections of the side walls have very simple depictions of Shivalinga and Nandi. However, the front additions made by Western Chalukyas have more intricate carvings. The outer wall of the parapet in this section has many panels containing sculptures of various gods and goddesses from Hindu mythology. The Shikara or tower of the temple is of Sonda Vijayanagara period and rises in a stepped pyramidal pattern in a typical Kadamba Nagara style with a Sukhanasi in front. Shikara is decorated with stucco figures of Nandi at the corners, 10 incarnations of Vishnu, 12 forms of sun god Aditya, Dikpalakas and other deities and Nagabandhas. This is the Parvati shrine on the right side of the main shrine. This is a Veerabhadraeshwara shrine on the left side of the main shrine. There is an Ardha Ganapati or half Ganapati temple in the premises. The Ganapati statue appears as if it has been vertically sliced. One legend says that the other half of the sculpture is in Varanasi. Another legend says that this represents Ganesha in his bachelorhood who is incomplete without his wife. Within the temple premises, there is a shrine for Lord Narasimha, who is portrayed in the Shanta Swarupa or peaceful form. Usually, Narasimha is shown in Nugra or angry form, but here the idol made from Saligram stone is shown with two hands and a peaceful face. Around the temple, in the Prakara, there are small shrines for Ashtadikpalas, guardians of the 8 directions, with their consorts and their respective vehicles. These include Kubera, Yama, Indra, Varuna, Vishnu, Agni, Vayu, and Niriti. There is a room with a stone cot donated by another Sonda king, Raghunatha Nayaka, in 1628 AD. It has intricate carvings of floral, animal, and geometric designs. The cot has been carved in granite stone, which is much harder to carve than the soft stones. Now, it is used only during special occasions when Ratha Yatra is done in the temple. Within the temple premises, there is a small enclosure with a 5-hooded Naga carved on a thin rectangular slab. The side borders of this sculpture has a Prakrit language inscription belonging to the 3rd century AD. It mentions that this Naga sculpture, a tank, and a vihara was donated by Princess Shivaskanda Nagashri, daughter of King Vinukada Chutukalananda Satakarani of the Chutu Dynasty. This inscription is suggestive of the importance of this place around 3rd century AD, even before the time of Kadambas.